Did you know the eerie world of Hawkins, Indiana? Those secret labs, psychic children, portals to other dimensions isn't entirely fiction. Beneath the lights and monsters lies a darker reality. Covert labs, children used as experiments, minds broken and reprogrammed. Tonight, we're pulling back the curtain on two of the most chilling real experiments to show how the creators of Stranger Things borrowed from the worst parts of history. What if the lab in Hawkins wasn't made up? What if the kids with powers weren't all imaginary? In the 1950s and 60s, the world was trapped in the fear of brainwashing, psychic warfare, and hidden enemies. One of the most infamous programs, Project MKUltra, run by the CIA. Launched in 1953, it sought to manipulate human minds. LSD, sensory deprivation, hypnosis. Thousands of unwitting people, prisoners, hospital patients, ordinary citizens, were used as test subjects. Simultaneously, legend builds around the Montauk Project, at Camp Hero in Montauk, New York. Mind control, time travel, psychic kids abducted for experiments. The Duffer Brothers originally nearly called Stranger Things Montauk. So as we watch 11 strap on her headset, remember, somewhere in reality, people strapped in for something far darker. On the show, the top-secret Hawkins National Laboratory runs experiments on children. One of them, 11, is Subject 011, psychokinesis, portals, other dimensions. In real life, MKUltra and Montauk claimed to search for psychic abilities, to turn kids into weapons, to open doors in the mind. The lab in Hawkins is inspired by both, the overt military part of Montauk, plus the mind control experiments of MKUltra. When 11 uses her powers for espionage, it echoes the CIA's desire, a controlled human weapon. When the Upside Down opens in the woods, it mirrors the idea that tampering with minds creates a portal to damage far deeper than any other dimension. Project MKUltra was extensive, over 130 sub-projects across hospitals, universities, prisons. Techniques included high-dose LSD without consent, electroshock far beyond normal therapeutic levels, sensory deprivation and isolation. One shocking case, Frank Olson, a U.S. Army biochemist who, after being dosed with LSD, died under mysterious circumstances. In 1973, the CIA ordered most records destroyed, so the full scope will never be known. The question, was someone trying to open the door to the human mind? And what crawled through after it cracked open? At Montauk's Camp Hero, the conspiracy theory says children were abducted, taken to underground labs, used to test telepathy, time travel, and interdimensional contact. Tunnels were found under the radar tower, locals say. Graffiti appear. Stranger help me. Although unproven in full, the echoes of Montauk's myth match the lab scenes in Stranger Things. Children separated, wires on heads, lights flicker. Something opens. It taps into one primal fear. What if the lab isn't just messing with the mind, but tearing open the fabric between us and the dark unknown? The victims of MKUltra were never given full consent. Many left broken, mentally ill, or dead. In MKUltra's wake, damaged lives, erased memories, hidden scars. In Montauk's lore, children who recall being dragged into darkness, waking with no memory, but trauma rooted deep. In the show, Hawkins Lab explodes, the past is revealed. In real life, the lab's quietly shut down, records shredded, victims forgotten. When you watch the lab's corridors, you're not just watching fiction. You're witnessing a real echo of human abuse under the guise of national security. Much of MKUltra's real data was destroyed. Some files remain. We still don't know how many died, how many minds were broken. Montauk remains a conspiracy, but its influence on culture and fear is real. That base? A walking ghost of Cold War ambition. When you watch Stranger Things and see a child strapped to a sensory tank or blue fluids glowing in a lab, remember, that visual is rooted in terrifying truth. We like to believe horror is fiction, but sometimes the horror we imagine is only a margin away from what really happened. So the next time you hear those lab doors slide shut, ask, what if they didn't just close on a child in Hawkins, but on a child in real life? The show ends, the credits roll. But the silence in that lab, the unanswered questions, they're still humming in the dark. Did you know that long after MKUltra was shut down, strange things kept happening? Experiments no one claimed, files no agency owned. In 1984, a storage room in West Virginia was found filled with unmarked medical records, all stamped with dates after MKUltra was supposedly terminated. Some files described youth subjects and memory partition procedures. In Montauk, locals reported something even darker. Children wandering out of the woods at night, confused, barefoot, unable to explain where they'd been. One boy whispered he had been underground with the chairs that hum. Another uncovered file described a test called the Gateway Protocol. Its goal? To push the human brain to perceive frequencies beyond the electromagnetic boundary. A fancy way of saying they were trying to tear open the edges of reality itself. And the creepiest part? Every person who handled those documents reported the same thing. The feeling of being watched. Not by a person, but by something on the other side of the paper. So when we talk about Hawkins Lab, or 11, or portals opening in the forest, remember this. The real experiments didn't end when the files were shredded. They ended when the subjects disappeared. Somewhere, a low electrical hum rises, and some say it never stopped at all.